We have won the die roll, and we will not play first because we've got our 3-color brew in here. This hand's fine. It's got a couple creatures. It's got a removal spell that we can cast. I mean, it's not great, but it's greedy, just like this whole deck is greedy. So, we will see. I like being a little bit greedy against knowing that the other person's deck is really good, because we're both 3-0, so maybe we'll just get there with these guys. It'd be nice. Red something. Red green. Infect. Porcelain Legionnaire. Okay. Well, we are going to take 3 and then get rid of that one with the Corruptor. Hopefully he doesn't have too strong a follow-up. Hopefully it's something that our Corruptor can trade with. And not really. Alright, we really need to come up with a swamp here soon. But we are going to get rid of that guy. Not sure if I want to trade with the Emissary. Probably will. Though I'm not sure. I think I will, because it might be a long time before I actually get to play another spell, and I don't want to just take a bunch of damage. So I'm going to preserve my life total and get his forces off the board. Hopefully he plays another artifact. Artifact? That's actually fine. We'll go ahead and get the token now. Before he can regenerate it. But we did miss on land. Next turn we can play Coppermere, or if we draw a land we can play Galma's Warden. Sure. Tangle Mantis does not bother me. So it looks like he's just dinos. Red-green with big dudes, which we should be fine against. So we could play Pith Driller and shrink the Tangle Mantis, or we could play Coppermere. If we play Coppermere, this turn we block with the Viridian Corruptor, and then next turn we have a lot more options, especially if we draw a land, so I think we're definitely just going to do that. He's down to just 2 cards, plus the card he drew this turn, so I feel like our long game has to be substantially better than his. We're going to go ahead and block. We will take 1 and lose our guy, but we shrunk his guy down to a manageable size. And Molder Beast. So he really just is huge dudes. Alright, so we can play a Sensor Splicer and try to trade with the Molder Beast, but then if he kills the token somehow, then we just get wrecked. Pith Driller actually isn't much better in that regard, but I think we're gonna do it anyway. Pith Driller lets us shrink his guy permanently, so even if he has the blowout, we only take 6 here, and he's down to 1 card, so hopefully he can't just get us. If he attacks, we're going to block the Molder Beast with the Pith Driller and hope that that's good enough. Sure. Did we get there? Nope, we did not. Mutagenic Growth. So we take 2 and lose our guy. Alright, well it could have been worse. I feel like if he had an artifact removal spell, he would have just run us over. So now, we're going to go ahead and get big with this Maul Splicer. Hopefully he will not be able to remove both of the golem creatures. And if he doesn't, then we have our choice of Sensor Splicer or Galma's Warden next turn. And if we draw a land, we can... Oh, no, we can't. I was going to say we could play both. Flare Husk, sure. Not a problem for us because we can still trade off a Golem. I just don't feel like he's that strong right here. I feel like if he had anything, we would have seen it, so... And the Vigilance is going to be super hot because it'll let us – 1, it will let us attack without fear of reprisal. So we got a nice little golem synergy going on here. And we're going to get in there. I don't think he has any great blocks, so I can trade Molder Beast off if he wants to. Okay, so he's going to do that. That's fine, and that's the order I want them in. So I'm going to go ahead and trade a golem for 2 of his guys and another golem for 1 of his guys. And I mean, we're not in great shape, but I mean, he's down to just Flayer Husk, so we should be okay. If he doesn't play anything, we'll just get him with Pith Driller. Snapsail Glider, sure. Fangor Marauder's a good one. I think we just go ahead and play that, because we're going to bash with the Golem, and we don't want him to be able to profitably chump. And obviously we'd like to get the other dudes into the mix, but okay, so he's gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this first in case. So I gained 10 life off that, which pretty much stabilizes me, and now with 3 more cards in my hand, he's gonna really have to dig deep to get out of this one. Maybe he has his own Fangor Marauder, in which case we would be killing time until I came up with a second swamp. Battle Sphere would be bad as well. Okay, Thundering Pteranodon. Quite good. We have a lot of outs to that, though. Not the least of which is just shrinking it down with Contagion Clasp. So we pay 2. Put that on there. I guess we just bash. See what he says. He's not gonna block. Okay. So we could play Galma's Warden, or we could proliferate. I think I'm actually fine just taking 4 here. Can always proliferate next turn. This is a little better use of our mana. There aren't a lot of things he could have in red and green that would punish us for overextending. Yeah, and he agrees. So that worked out pretty well. I think I'm just gonna make my swamp for forest trade and keep things the way they are. I mean, everything in our deck is gonna be really good against him. So he seemed light on removal, and we have plenty of removal to deal with his threats. So we'll just go with that.